Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
Wagwan.
The bounce is youthful.
Yes. The bounce is in Gen Z.
Yes, so
The bounce is cool today.
Yes,
I
very
feel like
much so.
everyone looks cool.
when I came downstairs,
Where's your sneakers?
my mom's maid was like, because
To be fair, this trouser is a bit edgy for you.
I know.
Cargo pants.
yeah, that's why
When does this one start wearing cargo pants?
That's what I had to
Who bought
remind-
this thing for you?
I have to remind myself of who I am with my slippers.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, so I came out and then my friend said, I don't get, your button is at the back. And I was like, you see, that's the fashion. You guys don't know. People don't want me to be who I am.
Hmm?
I'm very cool.
Yeah, what?
See, I did a video with Dima recently.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited to see
And what
that.
I've discovered is that people think I'm cool.
Really?
You guys, this is the funniest thing I've ever encountered because since when? Geography.
Jumpsuits.
But yeah, but I'm rolling with it now.
Mm.
Like I'm moving on a cool. I need to re-up my jumpsuit. So I looked at my cupboard the other day and I was like, I've worn every jumpsuit here. I'm feeling sick.
Really?
I'm feeling somehow. I don't have one new jumpsuit. Can you imagine the nonsense? Again, the person that was making my jumpsuits went to better her life to do masters. I don't know who sent her. She went abroad to do
Do you think
masters.
she's going to come back?
To do my jumpsuits, definitely. Of course not. I don't think she's coming back.
Wow.
No, how I knew she was coming back is she had like the material I had left over with her, she wrapped it in like paper that had like her brand on it and put it in a bag and tied a bow and sent it back to me, meaning as in
And
I'm
it's
out,
out.
I'm out. All your fabric packets and
Oh
be
no.
going.
Oh no.
So I'm having a bit of a crisis.
Okay, so I also have some updates from my mother about the podcast. I'm
Okay.
going to share. So she said the first thing is, she's now a professional. So
Right.
because we're doing a show in London, she wants to be involved. So she
Yeah.
can say, I was with you before. She's like, so I think you guys need to start introducing yourselves. I was like, Mom, people know who you are.
Like
She said, no. She has checked with other ones. And she's noticed that the hosts, they usually say, I'm this and I'm that. Every episode. So FK, please introduce yourself.
I'm FK.
I'm Jolla.
Industry. Do you know what's
I
funny?
go by the
Okay,
name
go
of
ahead.
Izzy.
Say it one more time. Let them hear you.
I go by the name of Izzy.
Industry.
AKA industry
Do you
line.
know
you
that
feel me?
today? I was telling Betty that you needed tea, and I said, "Oh, industry," and I heard myself, and I was like,
Oh, industry
Okay.
needs tea.
"The thing is that I can't remember last time I said Ireti.
Yeah,
I can't remember
neither.
last time I said your name. Where did industry come from? I don't remember.
Bruh, I feel like this is like something that is from DRB concert days.
Yeah,
How old are you? Like 17?
How old was I then?
Yeah.
I was like
it was
13.
yeah because it was like industry line, and on my phone it just says industry.
I was literally like 13 and it was a nickname that
As the
someone gave
youngest
to
in the
me.
industry.
You feel me, man? Because I was on the phone to my brother's like orders and stuff, and people thought that I was his older sister at that point because we were trying to run some things for street Souk and stuff, and then they met me and they were like, "Nah, like this can't be what's going on."
Yeah, it's too funny. Because she asked for your number today, and I just searched industry on my phone. I was like, but when I send this, how will she know? How will she know who it is? It's
Okay, yeah.
hilarious.
So today we have industry.
Yes, and now that we've introduced ourselves, thank you so much, Auntie, for
Yes,
the tips
for
and
that
tricks.
for the tips and
Tips and
tricks.
tricks.
Yeah, now
Yes.
people know who we are.
What have you been up to? Like this week, this
Oh,
last
wow.
week.
Your voice is even going, so I know that you've been on road.
Hotbox first and foremost.
Do you know that I don't think there's a nice hot box that's had this week that you've not been there?
Oh, girl, don't do that. Yeah, man, we just wrapped up Homecoming 2023. It was amazing. It was insane. We literally hosted about like 40 to 50 people from all over the
Yeah, it
place.
looked crazy.
There
Like
was
walking
so
around
many-
Lara, I kept being like, you're here.
Yeah, it was a lot. And, you know, a big part of my job is making sure that all these people were invited and are feeling at home, they're
Yeah.
comfortable, they're good. So all these hotbox you see me, I didn't
work.
personally.
What the
you guess.
That's kind of work. Why can't they employ me to do this kind of enjoyment?
No,
that I love?
the problem is that Ireti is a trooper, so she'll take it as well.
Yeah.
FK and I, 1:30, like, if we go now,
What the hotbox never open, no.
1:30, FK and I will be like, okay, if we go now,
No,
then
no,
we-
hotbox I started opening one.
One-ish.
Yeah, they started the head I started clearing.
Yeah, but so Homecoming had like a ton of different events.
Yeah.
How many did you guys have?
Literally from Friday we had an opening dinner with WME at Cali, and then on Saturday we had I think another dinner, and like just hosting people, art tours. Then the pop-up opened. We had the live show on Sunday. We had the pop-up on Sunday. Then we had a brunch/dinner, Lagos brunch tour
And
dinner.
everything runs.
With Max. So literally, like I think about 6 events or so throughout the whole, and we did the panels as well over the weekend. So there was just so much going on. There was something for everyone. It's like, if you like music, if you like fashion, if you like education,
like art,
if you like arts, like there was just something
beauty.
for everyone to do.
It was really, really cool.
Man things. All right.
What have I been since the last time we recorded?
Huh?
Nothing. Making a nuisance of myself.
What nuisance have you made?
I don't know. I went to watch John Wick yesterday.
How was that?
John Wick. It was really nice. First of all, so the cinema was...
Sorry, I've never heard anybody describe John Wick as really nice.
I like when they shoot. I like shooting and killing.
Since when? Since when was John? You know when you go and watch a movie, how was it? It was really nice. It was touching. All the people that are dead.
Well, they are not John Wick, so good luck to them.
Do you know the
thing about John Wick that really blows my mind?
What?
You people are 40. He has killed 32. Now, the remaining 8 of you, surely you can be like, bros,
let's go home.
They all be like, no, and they'll wait their turn.
Die for the cause.
They are waiting their turn, but it was nice. The cinema, there weren't a lot of people in the cinema. Now, I got there first.
Right.
What I could not understand was 2 people came after. Now you see this whole cinema is empty. Why are you moving to this same row? And not just the same row, but moving closer and closer. What's wrong with Nigerians?
That's a violation. I'll stand up and move.
And then, but sometimes I go to the cinema just to hear Nigerians. Like, it's
Reactions.
not the movie. They love...
I can't deal with that.
I'm just like, excuse me.
Nah, I can't do with that.
I'm just like, excuse me. There's clapping.
This one, they were well mannered. And I mistakenly matched with my friend yesterday, and I know people are just looking at the two of us and look at these 2 fools. I want their meji. Legit, like, and then someone we know saw us and made a record, and I was like, we actually look like idiots. Like, we look like big fools. But yeah, it was.
Why didn't you ask me to come to the cinema?
When last did you go to the cinema?
That's not my... God bless you, but I just want to know why you didn't ask me. No, because I'm just thinking that you went to the cinema with your friends. Where was I?
At home.
I wasn't even at home. But why didn't you message me about the cinema? You were in the factory. I wasn't... Fair enough, probably. But why didn't you message me to go to the cinema?
It wasn't my original plan.
So? What was the original plan?
I found myself there.
I like how?
They just said we're going to the cinema. I said, no problem, we're going to the cinema.
That's what I'm saying about friends.
You are busy. I always saying I'm less busy.
Just about
you're also less busy. If I assume you're less busy,
I had dinner with my stepdad yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun.
Where'd you guys go?
No, we didn't go anywhere.
Or like in the house?
The chef.
That
one chef.
I've heard about that, your chef.
No, this is not mine. He has his own other chef. And I now started to think to myself, have we been played? Like, because we were thinking that we had the chef. Yesterday, I started to think...
Wasn't there even a fight?
I started to think
so her mom wanted to take the one from their house.
Maybe we played ourselves.
Bamboozled.
Maybe we've been bamboozled. Because I was eating yesterday, I said,
what was on the menu?
The pork chops, corn and black beans. You've been corn on the cob. There was some pesto pasta.
You've been bamboozled.
Plenty, like 5 things. I just thought,
because Mr. Gilbert said there's Epo stew.
Mr. Gilbert will ask you, okay, do you want prawns or do you want the pork chop? Do you get who has time to be making plenty things? I just thought, and there was salad, wine. I thought to myself, nah, we've been playing.
No, but he also has money.
Yeah, I did go to the factory. What else did I do over this time? I went to Dima's house.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I went to record.
I love the house so much.
Yes, I went to record a video with Dima. What else did I do again? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Can I introduce a new segment to this podcast?
Hey, Chris.
It's going to be called Unsafe Space.
What?
Yeah. And
sorry, are you insane?
It's where I have the opportunity to say my mind.
Okay, like
without
normally
thinking I'm wicked.
Normally you don't say your mind.
Today,
and people think you're not wicked.
Today into the unsafe space, I want to talk about bridal hair.
She started it.
Bridal hair.
Are you sick? Do you know the thing? I feel like I know exactly where you are coming from.
No, let me explain to you.
And what has brought up this sudden interest.
Let me explain to you. As a soon-to-be 31-year-old,
okay,
unmarried woman,
where this is going,
I have been invited to many, 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 many weddings.
Yeah.
And I'm always happy for the couple. Okay, not always.
That's also happy. If wine and on a safe space, I'm not always happy for the couple.
No wine and on safe space.
No, but don't you ever see industry wine and on safe space? Okay. Don't you ever see a couple and just think to one person a year?
Sometimes it happens.
Just think, not even that, try. As in the person that I'm feeling sorry for that, punching downwards.
Yeah. Anyway, I found this thing where like very beautiful women are being pressured to do untoward things on their heads.
Sorry, untoward. Are you 78?
Untoward things on their heads. Like it ranges from what I can only call ringlets to ponytails that do nothing for face shapes.
No, and
it's because when you say you're getting married,
I know what you mean. There's like a way they pack your hair.
Yes.
And there's a way they like do the back of your hair that I'm like, do you know that this person would never do this?
Yes.
Ordinarily in life. But then all of a sudden they've like curled the hair and like clipped it in this weird. And I'm just thinking.
And people have become so lazy. I'm talking to you, bridal hairstylists, who are normal hairstylists that here you're getting married and add bridal at the front, actually. In case you ladies didn't know about this hoodwink that is going on. And I just feel like somebody needs to say it. Now, because we're in an unsafe space, I can't say it. If it was a safe space, I can't say it because people will remind me
that everybody looks beautiful. Yes. Can I also tell you another thing in this bridal unsafe space? And I do it all the time. Someone actually pointed out to me and went through my Instagram and pointed, do you know the number of times all of us is the most beautiful bride? Okay, if everybody is the most beautiful bride, then who is the most beautiful bride? Oh, bloody liar. That's just a fact. Guy, every time someone is getting married, the most beautiful.
But the truth is that
all of us are definitely lying.
Yes, at that point in time.
Yes, that's
what we mean.
However, I do put it to you that if we eradicate this bridal hair, we won't stop. We won't lie anymore. I'm telling you, the bridal hair is part of what is really pushing the line. Anyway, thank you for joining us on our first episode of Unsafe Space.
Yeah.
Now we're going back into the safe space.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of unsafe things, but we'll come back.
I'm very happy. So week after week, we're going to this. Because I was thinking about it recently and I was like, this is wrong. Do you know that there are salons you go into and you say, I want to do, there are 3 steps, depending on the type of salon. If you go to a hold salon and I say you want to do packing gel, that's one.
Yeah.
Then if you go to a fancy salon, you say you want to do a ponytail.
Yeah.
Then if you want to be finessed, you now say, I'm getting married. I want to do a ponytail. So that's now bridal ponytail. Then now say
and then also there's like a level of like hot, like curling iron that they use on bridal hair. I think yes, it's quite criminal.
So
because they've sprayed and that hair is not. You know, like there's like a wave that hair has in the wind. This hair never moves. Brides are outside.
Can't shake.
Wind is, God bless you. They've done this fun stuff for them. I said, this hair is not moving. Because they've sprayed. They've fried it. When they do this skinny like this, they've sprayed that. It's a terrible.
Anyway, I don't want to be able to say that. And I felt like I would have no respite.
I think it's, I appreciate where we are.
Yes.
I appreciate where we are.
I mentioned it to a friend of mine and she said that you actually can't yarn this thing because people are going to say, but she's not married. So why?
No, you're definitely unmarried. Yeah.
I said they will ask you so you can say you're not doing it.
And actually, I just want to put it out there now that the truth is that why don't you get married first? Then you don't do bridal hair. Then you can really can really say,
show your about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where I wanted us to. I really wanted us to start.
I appreciate it. Okay. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about, industry. There's a lot of us things stuff for you to talk about. So we'll run through it. But
do you want to help us solve people's problems?
Before that, people send us plenty issues.
People send us issues that they have a variety of issues.
You now know I'm problematic.
Welcome to the club.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm a professional problem solver.
Ireti, I beg.
I'm not even joking. I'm like a fixer to like over 100 people.
Okay. Actually, I believe it. Up next is Best in Beauty, who says, hi guys, I've been trying to jam you in this Lagos, but I haven't been able to, and you were not to.
No, you jammed Jollz. No.
She said, anyhow, guys, my problem is that I feel kind of useless and I'm worried that my life is wasting away. I graduated high school 4 years ago, and since then, it's been really unstable. I was supposed to travel for school, but everything has been really long and annoying. Guys, I went to 3 different A-level colleges and still don't have a result because the first one I went to was confusing and teachers hardly came to class. The second one, I was sexually harassed by a teacher on my first day, and the owner of the school basically told me not to tell my mom about it, which I obviously did. And the last one, my parents couldn't really afford to keep me there, so I had to drop out. So now I'm 20 with no degree except my high school diploma, and my mom is now asking me to get a job, which is really difficult to grasp and depressing because I feel like I've been through a lot in the last couple of years. And now my mom is yarning that I'm probably going to stay in Nigeria. What do you guys think I should do? Because at this point, I'm really open to anything. I'm good with stuff that has to do with social media and art, and my communication skills are very, very good. I kind of started my own business 2 years ago, but when everything went bad, I lost motivation and let it go. Thank you in advance, and I love you guys a lot.
Oh, that's sad because this person is so young.
Yeah.
Like to be feeling like this. Because at first I was about to say, I thought it was high school that I was like, your life, I was not even gone. But this is, there's a lot of things that have
yeah, she just feels like, it just feels like a series of unfortunate events, setbacks. Yeah.
What do you think?
Honestly,
you are closer to her.
Yeah, I feel like the most important thing is to first, when things happen, obviously, initial reaction is like to be depressed or to be sad or whatever. But sometimes, because I'm a very spiritual person, on a God peer, I'm always like, there's a reason why I'm in this situation or in this position I'm supposed to be in right now. So instead of thinking about everything that is wrong as to why I'm here, let me spin the coup and be like, okay, in this situation that I'm in, how can I make the best out of it? Obviously, it sounds a lot easier said than done. But sometimes just by tweaking your mindset a bit, you'd realize that things actually just kind of start happening. And if you know that social media and arts and stuff is what you're into and whatever, you don't need a degree to be anybody's social media manager. You don't need a degree to get into social media or whatever. And I don't know how this works, but man, hit me up. There might be something for you somewhere. But
hit how? Because even me, I want to hit industry. Let me just tell you.
See,
please just hit me
just
up.
their industry. You said I should hit you.
Exactly.
I am hitting you sincerely. Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah. So I think at least you are very aware of how you feel, which is
100%.
Good. I think if your parents are already talking about a career and you know that there's money trouble at home and you know that like the plans that they originally had for you, which were good plans, just aren't working out, there's something almost freeing about being able to take control of your destiny at emotion.
100%.
I said that one of the things I really regret is not realizing how much of my life was up to me when I was much younger. I grew up very sheltered, very privileged. So for a very long time, it was like my parents said, my mommy said, my daddy said. My parents said, my mommy said, my daddy said. But in the world you're in today, honestly, especially if you have artistic skills, because with technical skills, let's say you are good at math and science,
it's a bit different. You have to like be somewhere. You need to have qualifications.
So if you are good at math and science, you can't just say I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
Right? You have to go through the process of getting the training that says you're an engineer and that your work is safe for people to use. But with arts and media, it really is about drive and passion and
like what you're putting out.
And understanding like that the more work you put out, the more you're able to get feedback. So I think you know what you're good at. You've tried your hand at business before. You know what worked there and what didn't work. You know that you have skills with social media. Create a portfolio. You can spend a month because fantastic thing about being young is you have time. You can take a month to like create the content you know you're really good at. Are you a good photographer? Are you good at making reels? Are you good at the editing part? Maybe like coming up with the ideas is not your thing, but when you edit the shit, it looks mad. Figure out what your thing is. Spend the next month building like a sick-ass portfolio. The Instagram page that you're going to use to show people that this is the shit I know I can do, whether it's graphic design, whatever it is. I'm sure you know people who have businesses. Offer to do kind of like
pro bono stuff.
So let me manage 3 of my friends who have like small side hustles, their pages for a month. I'll come up with the plan. And then
just
you have
see
your
how
own
it goes.
page. And then after that, when you have work, because the reason I'm telling you to do that first is you want to start on the footing of having something to show. I'm saying this as somebody that has employed before. It's different when you're employing someone. that you know has work, and when you feel like you're the one that is going to be introducing them into the industry, it changes your ability to negotiate.
100%.
So when you create, spend a month, because content creation, there's just, you're Nigerian, living in Nigeria, there's so much.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to kind of gather.
There's a lot you can do.
There's a lot you can do. Industry, how are we going to make money?
Yeah,
that's why we brought you here. I'm not going to lie.
Good.
I know I gave you the impression that I
want to talk about your lifestyle or story.
No. How are we going to?
Okay, man, I'm looking for money, seriously. That's why I'm in this Lagos. You know, this is really the place where if it rains, it pours.
Really?
Really?
If it should rain for you in the right manner.
For you, I appreciate you saying that, but also really?
Really?
More like London.
In London, the currency is hard. so when it rains, you feel it. But in Lagos, that one contract you can get in this stupid place.
Yeah, it's more than
the hustle you go hustle for London.
Yeah.
Whether not FX or not, you still sweat properly. Yeah. I just feel like the licks you can hit here. This is legal. I beg. This is legal contract. Please let me disclaimer. I just tell you along.
Before the thing you're talking about,
the lingua is a bit sideways, but that's how I'm accustomed to speaking. But honestly speaking, I've seen that in Lagos. There's no place like here when it comes to making money.
I see that, Sha.
Because I know so in London, you think you're making money. What's it called? It's HMRC. What's up? You think say 100K you collect, just know that 60K. 100K and 60K is not the same thing.
No, because your salary will say one thing and then you see 40% tax.
You see, she's so offended.
When people say their salary, I say after tax.
And I still collect passport too.
I say after tax or nah. Fair enough. I mean, anyway, so let's talk. If you guys don't know, industry is behind.
Well, let her tell us.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you know? Give us the rap sheet. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Let me get into
Tell us what you do.
So, I'm the founder and convener of Souk. It's the biggest streetwear convention in the whole of Africa.
That she started when she was 18, by the way.
So that's my baby. That's really what has brought me to this position that I'm here, to be able to even be,
with the high and mighty,
right
the big
boys right now. So you're to bamba with the big boys. You feel me? And I'm also a creative consultant, a cultural strategist. So, we work with different brands and artists and people. And it's like, you want to be cool, yeah? Let's make your P-pop.
Okay.
I love it, but we'll get into
that part because that cool is eluding me. But Souk, like, what made you think about?
How did you start? I remember the first one actually, but how did you get into it?
I mean, first off, shout out to my mom, man. Shout out to YZ. She was doing fashion Souk, so she was always telling me to come for it. And I was like, man, my mom is disturbing me to come for something. Let me just see what the P is.
Yeah.
So I pulled up and I was just like, there's something here. Like everything there was Ankara, Shrevi, all those kind. Boo-boo swags. You understand? 40 plus. I was like, yo, I know there's complex con happening in America.
Yeah.
At that point in time, there was Hype Fest in London. There was Sneaker Exchange in South Africa. So I'm like, there's a way to make this stuff cool. And I realized that I have about, off the top of my head, I knew 10 people that had clothing brands that were always sending me clothes. Industry, please wear it. Give TZ, give Budge, give this person. So one day I just put on my Snapchat story. I was like, if you have a clothing brand, hit me up. I was still in second year. I was in second year uni in Manchester at that point. And my phone just started going. Yeah. I said, Now they print t-shirts when this place. And then I did it on Insta as well. And before you know it, I had about 50 people. Yeah. Excluding the 10 people who are already my guys telling me, yeah, they have this clothing brand or they know this person that has. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I honestly had nothing to lose. Like, I was young. I always kind of knew I wanted to do something in this entertainment space. I never really thought it was necessarily going to be fashion. I knew I was really into fashion and dressing well and looking cool and whatever. Honestly, man, it was just God's plan. And before you know it, one or two things start aligning. I'm meeting with First Bank and I'm like, what the hell is going on here, man? And then my mom is obviously holding my hand through the whole process. And
that's so nice.
No, like, shout out to my mom. She really came through for me. And then before you know it, we advertise a bit. I leverage all the networking and the outsiding I've been outsiding for my whole life. And I did the first one and 1,500 people pulled up. And I'm like,
That's
okay,
crazy.
what the hell is going on? And at that point in time, I really had no plan. I was never like, okay, my 5-year plan is, my next year plan is, small by small, let's just start moving. And then before you know it, I'm doing the second one and the numbers have almost doubled. And more brands and people are recognizing and people are taking streetwear in here as well more seriously. Mm-hmm. And then it's time to do the third one. And I have a collaboration with Off-White. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd have been able to work with Virgil Abloh to do anything. It's something that you say, you think, but like, I'm like, okay, tap in. This is really happening. This is real life. Like the GOAT, literally the person who you respect the highest in your field is telling you that you're special and what you're doing is so amazing and so special. So at that point in time, I really had to just sit up and be like, there's definitely something I have here. Mm-hmm. And how do I capitalize on this moment and capitalize on everything that is going on? And that's honestly what it's just been. And till today, like I always kind of have a rough idea of what I want. It's like, okay, this year, this is how we did it. Next year is going to be bigger and better. Since 2018, I've just been hearing everybody bigger and better. I don't know how it will happen, but
it will be bigger and better.
Do you understand?
That's crazy. I mean, and the thing is, it started and then it felt obvious. I don't know. I was like, of course, industry is doing like
that was a lot of stuff. I was like,
who else will fare? Who else will do it?
I appreciate that.
At least you knew. I had no idea. Do you know, last year,
as in, you didn't know she was the one doing it?
No, I knew she was the one doing it, but I'm not a streetwear person, so how can I know what's happening there?
Have you not been to the streets?
No. So last year, she said it as if she's inviting me for one small event. You know that?
That's too funny.
No,
I'm just doing one or two shopping.
She still laughs about it because I was like, okay, I'll come and support. Because I assumed,
okay, you felt like your presence there will be.
Yes, that's, will be like 100.
When you get there, then industry will be like, oh my God, Jolla, thank you so much.
Jolla, I greeted you like that.
No. Because in my mind, right?
Like, I didn't even see you when I came.
I don't know what I was thinking the thing was. So the first thing that alerted me to the issue at hand was traffic. I said, wait.
You drove up to our point. You saw that?
Why did industry tell me that this thing is like this? When I got there, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, like just the scale of the production and then how invested the people who are attending were. So one thing important with Nigerian events or events in general is you hope that people buy into what you're doing.
Yep.
But what you always want is for people who are genuinely invested, not because they like you. So for instance, what would be super whack is for 1,000 meals to consider, let me support, I like Ireti, as opposed to it being
people who are actually buying these brands
and care about the brands and understand the culture.
They even know who they are. Yes. All these I went to my friend and she was like, I've never seen so many bucket hats in my life.
Legit.
So many bucket hats.
And then there was stuff that like, just on a, like, if you've built a brand before, if you've done events before, and you see somebody doing well, there's stuff you care about. I saw plenty vendors playing. Why? They've sold out. They were just roaming, as in they've made good money. And
also organization. I hate it badly organized.
Yes.
Like I hate going somewhere and I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, like when you think about, because there were so many, I think last one like
about
5
layout.
So yes, how people are moving through. Like, it was very clear that they've thought about the stuff that matters on a big scale and the stuff that matters on a small scale. Like how they arrange the store. So when you leave this one, there's stuff that's similar. Like, it was just very nicely organized. And somebody who has done events, you know that it wasn't just a money grab. There was thoughts put into this thing. 100%. But I suddenly remember thinking, I'm just going to support. No, it's me that needs support. When I got there, I said, Ireti, help me.
Are people surprised by the spending power of younger people?
Yes, and I'm always telling them that, bro, young people, the ones that, let's say as a young person, your parents, you're giving like, let's say 100K for pocket money or something.
How?
No, I'm just
as in for maths.
For pocket money. That's how much your parents give you a month or something. That's a lot of bread, bro. That same young person, if they see one t-shirt they like for 95K, they'll buy it.
They don't give a damn.
Are you thinking about where your next meal is coming from?
You
have responsibilities.
Do you know the best part? Do you know why this makes so much sense? When my brothers started going out, these niggas will spend all their money. Then call my daddy. Daddy, how are we going to get home? My dad is like, why did you give me money? They say we finish it.
Bro.
And you know, because the confidence is that this man will never let us stay here. So where do we go from here? I'm doing the 100. I remember when I was younger. That's how I used to think. I would just shop. One trouser I'm thinking about. I don't care if I have any shirts to wear with it.
My money. And I just know that nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen.
As we go still chop.
My dear, nothing is going to happen. That's just, now I'm thinking, because if I call my mommy to ask her that, I finished my money. What she's like,
that's what happened.
I don't guess.
Bro.
Yeah, so I think
that one shocked me. The first time when they hit me with that one, I was like, damn, that's what we do.
I said, but you gave birth to me.
You don't love me anymore.
She say you're an adult.
Thank you guys so much for having me, man.
I really appreciate it. As usual, like and subscribe. And
where do you want people to find? If you want
it's your personal or Street Souk, everyone.
Follow Street Souk on Instagram at Street Souk. I think we have TikTok at Street Souk.
This babe says she thinks they have.
And what that TikTok is a different bag. I need to enter
world entirely. I don't even know what.
Even the way they laugh on that app is different.
Like my sister speaks TikTok, and I'm like, I know you definitely heard this statement, but I'm like, you can't hear me this because I don't know what it means.
Their humor is too funny. Let's not even open that bag before they come for me.
I'm like, what are you saying?
Follow me on Instagram at IretiZ99. That's IRETIZZEE99.
Okay.